welcome to Emirati Stories, a podcast that will give you a chance to discover the Emirati society and culture through individual stories. If you are a resident in the UAE or simply somebody in the world who is interested in how people in this region think, this podcast is for you. I'm Nathalie Gillet, and our guest today is a well-known artist in the
I always say that I stumbled into the art world. I never intended to be an artist because I always thought that becoming an artist was something very big, and I did not deserve to be called an artist. It's very fortunate that my father was one of the early lawyers, actually, who was here at the time of establishment. Mm-hmm. When the country was very young, it was very important that all the educated people took on a certain role. He was a legal assistant to the late president, Sheikh Zayed.
Did your father tell you a lot about this key period?
Not as much, but we experienced it ourselves. I mean, I remember I used to walk out the front door and walk straight into the corniche.
For me, as a child growing up, I had an obsession with Barbies. Even though I was a tomboy, I was quite active and I was playing outdoors a lot, getting bruises on my knee and learning how to ride a bicycle. But it was really interesting how attracted I was to pink aisles in toy shops. And Barbie for me was the epitome of what a woman had to be. I remember only finding blonde women beautiful. It was very interesting how brainwashed I was by the marketing put into Barbie. I think at that point in my life, it was the 80s. And life was quite liberal then. My parents were very liberal. My mother wasn't covered. After the Gulf War, people got a little more conservative and religious. Mm. So it was like trending.
Mm. So are you saying that women were not wearing the abaya at that time?
Nobody I knew.
Okay.
Even in the family pictures.
I used to go to the sea with my father for some fishing trips. My father is a professional diver, and he used to be a traditional diver even long back. Mm-hmm. And that was like inherited from even my grandfather. I feel a big part of me is really on the shore.
So your question about Sheikh. In history, in Arab history, Sheikh means a leader of a tribe. A leader of a tribe. Also, Sheikh can be an old man. We can call him a Sheikh. Another title of Sheikh is a person who have knowledge or a scholar. And we call him also Sheikh. So Sheikh is a leading in a position of knowledge or tribe or among people. I like to mingle with people, but not any people. Uh-huh. People who are passionate about giving, passionate about making something better. Because we are in a train and we have many stops. Some people come on the train, sit near to you, but doesn't match. Mm-hmm. Their area of interest is something else. So don't waste your time.
Yes, we go there often. We call it Azba. So it's in the desert, and my dad still teases me about it. He's like, do you remember when you were a kid and playing with the sheep and now you won't eat this or you won't go out like that? Because sometimes he'll be like, no, I can't do that. That's disgusting. He'll be like, oh. If you see now, there's a lot of changes going on very quickly. And I think older Emiratis wouldn't see this as a good thing. They don't really like change. But for me, I'm really excited about it. Embracing change is always going to make a country prosper. We already see that with the new creation of the Artificial Intelligence Ministry.
So it's been such a joy, and I think we're very grateful as Emiratis when we find the international community wanting to give them a platform and appreciate them.
Thank you for listening to Emirati Stories. If you want to subscribe to the show, you can find it on iTunes or any podcast.